You know, Taito predicted the future of 2012. What does 2012 mean? Well, yes, what is 2012? What Taito predicted was that every single psychic was actually honest, and that, however, many people put their psychic powers to the test as to fight each other to the wonderful death. Now we're in 2015, and every single psychic is a liar. Many psychics claim that they are one, but however, yet they can't do some flashy, cool moves and float in the air. And float in the air and do cool, flashy moves at the same time. If only Taito's predictions came true. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about a little Taito fighting game called Psychic Force 2012. And yes, this is a 1 versus 1 fighting game where you, of course, play as psychics who are actually psychics who float in the air and fight each other with super cool, flashy powers, techniques, projectiles, that crazy shit. Yes, that is right. Here's what we know about Psychic Force 2012. It is the sequel to Psychic Force, which released in North America only on the PlayStation 1. This is thanks to Acclaim. However, Psychic Force 2012 released in North America only on the Sega Dreamcast. However, yes, distributed by Acclaim. However, the PlayStation 1 version of Psychic Force 2012, titled Psychic Force 2, is only in Japan, so you're going to have to import this sucker, so good luck. Moral of the story, if you're going to claim yourself as psychic, at least float in the air and use some flashy projectiles and you create some flashy psychic lightsabers. You just show off your amazing stuff, because a psychic is a person who can float in the air and can fly around and use some flashy kick-ass projectile moves. But anyway, let's keep going to the gameplay. You may have your typical rebel versus corrupt big military force story, but it's pretty much in-depth. Aside from the plot, the characters are very interesting to get to know, and speaking of characters, there are 10 of them total, but all of them are psychics determined to fight each other. Actually, make that 11 fighters, and yes, they're all still psychics, because I need to count the final boss. Anyway, so yeah, they're destined to fight each other. Anyway, you have your 360-degree arena in the sky where you fight your opponent. Everyone has close and long-range attacks, so yes, keep in mind, use melee, use ranged, whatever keeps you alive and kills the enemy opponent. Anyway, do keep in mind that each move can use up percentages off of your psychic meter, forcing you to pretty much recharge it back to 100%. But however, if as you lose health, you gain max psychic power. Okay, so yeah, what about the learning curve? Yeah, the learning curve is very steep. You have to be pretty much adept to the game's controls if you want to use your character signature moves fluently. And yeah, if you want to defend fluently as well. But yeah, it's a hard-to-master game. And yes, and these fights are bound to get really intense. But it really doesn't make the game less fun. It's highly interesting and highly addicting. Well, as soon as you start getting the hang of it. Also, this game is prone to bring inspirations, like, for example, Acceleration Suguri. I'll probably look that up later. Let me look that up right now. Okay, there's Suguri and Acceleration of Suguri, both published in the US by Rocket Android, and yes, the developer is 100% Orange Juice. I want to check and make sure that I am correct, since I have my Steam page up and running. Oh my goodness, Orange Juice. No, just Orange Juice, not 100% Orange Juice. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, developer Orange Juice. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's go back to this Taito fighter called Psychic Force 2012. It's an interesting fighter. It's worth checking out if you have a Sega Dreamcast. You do get yourself some... Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you got some wonderful characters. You got some wonderful gameplay. And, oh, yes, I forgot to mention the stage design. It's alright, but nothing wrong. The flashy effects are very satisfying, and you do have this mysterious soundtrack, of course. But it is orchestrated very well. It's just like typical Taito games. They're just brilliantly orchestrated. Anyway, so like I said, Psychic Force 2012 is a very interesting fighter. You might want to have that checked out if you do have a Sega Dreamcast. Psychic Force 2012 is getting me hyped up. I want to be a psychic. I want to float in the air and use some flashy, cool projectiles and super cool moves around there. Oh shit, the Zerion.
Bonita presentation, pero respecto a Castlevania Bloodlines.
I'm doing what I can, Mr. Zerion. I will...
Bloodlines, Sonico, Plerena, Keratos Videos Corridos, Immediatamente.
Even if it means doing what time doesn't allow me to do, I will do as you say, Zerion. I have never seen the Zerion displeased. I have no idea, to be honest. To be exact, I don't have any idea. So. Well, it's time to think of something. Let's get going. Alright, that's all. See you in the next vid.